I believe this is the final episode of the Stanley Parable. I'm pretty sure there's not much left in the game, which that's fine. The amount of content that the game has compared to the original is great, and I've been enjoying every single second of it. It's just sad that, like, I think it's about time to say goodbye to it. Let's experience everything that it has left. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Because of my mobile viewers, I'm gonna make it a little brighter. Yeah, I don't even know if that's gonna affect anything. Please adjust the slider until the dogs and the cats are friends. Woo. Now they're best friends. Oh, whoa. You just got to know each other. You guys should probably slow down. Maybe find out what's your favorite part about the living in the same house. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes a number 9. 9. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Which of the two made-up words below is the most appealing to you? Akuboinkle. Oh, well, yeah. Sorry, Scrumtush, but Akuboinkle is pretty good. Please don't adjust the slider. Okay, fine. Do you know what time it is right now? Party time. Is the time that is right now the correct time? Yes. What is time anyway? Oh, no. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Yeah. A lot of stuff. Help. I pressed yes. Will you come back to visit me? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Well, technically, yes. Technically, yes. I will have to. So we don't have the option of epilogue here yet, but that's okay because I believe I have to reboot the game another time. Let's just begin the game and do some of the endings that I haven't done yet. Here we are, back inside the office as always.
Finally, yes. The bucket. Yes. I love that bucket.
Oh, he loves that bucket. Oh, good for you, my boy. All right, we're gonna go to the bottom of the mind control facility, but this time we're gonna fall with the bucket. I didn't even know it's gonna be different this time with the bucket, but you guys will see. All right, here we are inside the mind control facility. I'm gonna turn it on first because I think you have to turn it on first.
Rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Here we go.
Stanley and the bucket both won, but just as Stanley was about to proceed
here we are.
To the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall.
But it's in my hand.
Now,
what do you mean?
Next, Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here.
Okay.
So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps.
Hey, okay, not bad.
After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket
I wonder what's on the screen.
Paninis.
Oh, they want some
But it
paninis.
wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home.
Wow,
After
homey.
some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him
The
again,
soundtrack,
but
man.
to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Okay. Oh, it's over. I thought there was more. So I did some Googling, and now I know how to get to the next ending. This one, I don't think I need the buckets. but I'll come back with the bucket. So we'll see what happens. Oh, there's also an Easter egg. I found this out from the creator himself.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known.
I got the Easter egg.
Amazing.
Amazing, just like the narrator said. All right, so here's what we do. We go down the elevator, and then look what happens. When, instead of leaving and proceeding on with the story, I look behind me. Now I can go up. Okay, bye.
Oops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me.
I don't remember this
Why
at all,
did
so this is
Stanley
probably
do
an
that
ending I'd
when he
never
knew
seen
that it
before.
would just lead back to his boss's office. Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Oh my god, another loading screen. All right, let's see what happens when we get out of here just immediately.
Here we
Nothing.
are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow.
Wow, he's
I'm
losing his
bolted
marbles.
to the edge of my seat.
Okay, so he can't put into code again. All right. Yeah, we have no choice but to go back down again. But that's fine because I think you're supposed to.
Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
How does he? Bro, that's mind-blowing. Oh, look, he can go back up again.
This time, Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
Oh.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No.
No.
It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
I just realized probably this is all sarcasm, but at first I thought he was being genuine. All right, here we are. Probably nothing different.
Oh my god.
That music actually put me off a little bit.
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Oh! Was this in the original?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Okay. At least we get to look at a funny birdie doing that drinking thing. Yeah, look at that guy go. Oh, he didn't go in all the way that time. Oh! Right when you think he's not gonna do it, he does it again!
All right, I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Master Stanley. Master Skywalker! Okay, never mind.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before.
Bro, we're breaking new
No
ground.
frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is.
That's a word?
A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Well, here we go, guys. Alright, watch this, guys. We're gonna go in again! Why is the game letting us do it so many times anyway? Like, who thought of this?
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize It's the anticipation, Stanley.
Why?
You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh,
That's
I
the real
simply don't
stuff.
want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Oh, okay, they're
There
gonna
we
make us
go.
work for it.
Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters?
The
Why aren't we given
characters.
time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning.
So
They
we're doing it for
really
the
look up to you,
fans.
Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh good, we're here.
Is this Ultra Deluxe content? This looks like Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Okay. Live on stage, all eyes on Stanley. Look at this man. He's posed up. Oh, I thought that was the engineer. Stanley reveals all in his new book. Oh, he's been writing books, huh? And then we got the world's healthiest human being. I can't believe Salad is so funny. Look at that woman. That's comedy gold right there. How we did it. The pyramids. The guy who went to Mars. Oh man, I wish I went to Mars. There's a lot of these signs over here, but what do we got? An evening with world peace, baby. That's nice.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
They just straight up used the Minecraft door sound. The Stanley's Parable. Oh wait, I can't read. The Stanley Parable Stanley. Tonight, live on stage. The man, the process, the myth, the legend, the parable. Stanley from the Stanley Parable. Tonight, live on stage. Yeah, let's go. Oh wait, Q&A with the world's first sentient machine. Oh, it's an arm. Doing great. A conversation with Alexander the Great. Well, how is he alive? Unless you're talking to the bust.
All right. Are
To
you
stage.
ready? I've told
Welcome,
them you're
Stan.
going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Sorry, I was having hiccups. Stanley Ryder. Almonds, chair, gum, table, nut bar. Oh yeah, that's like the stuff that I forget what that email's called, but an audience with the dude who came up with pizza. Bro, that's kind of sick. He came up with pizza. Featured keynote speaker. Lloyd. Meet and greet. We got stuff to get me ready, huh? We got up it again, down again. The Stanley story. We got a bunch of travel stuff too. Congratulations, Stanley. Remember where you came from. Your coworkers. What is this, mini golf? Oh yeah, it is. He's got a putt-putt. All right, let's go. We can't hold these guys up. I mean, the anticipation's killing them, and that's probably what the narrator wants. But we gotta go. Yo! Yo, this is kind of sick. It says hold conference here. Penis. Well, that killed everyone. All right, we're gonna go and get the bucket. We're gonna see if something happens with the bucket this time.
Bucket time.
It's bucket time. All right, let's see what happens if we do the same ending again, but with the bucket in our hands. It's probably gonna be different considering that the way the ending looked gave off vibes of Ultra Deluxe, if that makes any sense. Like it looked like that would have been really hard to make in Hammer, which is what they used to make levels and such in Source.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket.
Hey!
Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
What? Wait, did Stanley say that or did the bucket say that? And then the bucket responded or just added on with nothing?
Here we are, said Stanley.
Stanley said it, okay.
I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Well, he said, the number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life.
It's pretty special.
Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket.
It's true.
How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Wait. Okay, we can't leave. All right, we'll just go back down. We'll just go back up again. I don't know.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
My face always itches on that half. Have you guys noticed this?
A hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he demonstrate the number 3 for the bucket again?
Yes.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel.
The happiness. Sounds drunk.
Said nothing.
All right, let's go. Let's go, Mr. Stanley, Mr. 427, Mr. I have a press conference about myself in front of a live audience of thousands.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He
3.
went to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument.
So like he's doing a solo?
Concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3. Stories.
If he keeps this up, he's going to be more obsessed about the number 3 than an average Valve fan excited for Half-Life 3.
A reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all. Only silence.
I mean, it is a bucket.
Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
So sad. Here, we'll go down.
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's?
Stanley!
The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
He's going down the elevator slower this time, I think. Yeah, it just cut to the elevator opening. He's gonna do it again. Not a word, huh? Not a word.
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
So it's the same place, but now we just
For
have the
months,
bucket
he
in our hand.
advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing
Where did these
and
months come
rehearsing it
from?
until it couldn't be refined a single measure further.
Stage
When the big day
door.
arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
There's a bunch of 3s. This time it's just 3.
This was it.
3.
One last chance to win the bucket over.
8.
One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
3 again. 3 again. The book changed as well. All right, let's go. Bucket,
There
it's
was
you and
no
me.
one here.
Oh.
Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak.
Oh,
to listen
no.
to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He
3.
was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure. And in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They
3.
spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
That was so sad. It's like they broke up, but they never dated. He had a wife. But now that I think about it, the way that they described their companioncy, he kind of roasted his wife. If you go into the cargo lift room and you go to where the Stanley figurine was, the Stanlerine, the Figley, if you will. If you go down there into like the vents area, but without the bucket, that's how you get the different ending. Oh wait, oh, I almost skipped it. Yeah, you go down here. Do you go into the vents? Yeah, I had to double check. You go down into the vents. Now you're here.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten
There we go.
path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun.
This is
Think
fire
I was
beat.
actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would
Yeah.
be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head.
Oh,
I bet
wow.
that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've
Sure,
done to me.
sad.
This is all your fault.
Back here. Okay. Is that all the endings? Okay, I believe that might be all the standard endings. So what I'm going to do is end the game. We're going to quit to the desktop and then we're going to start it back up. And then this should be probably the final stretch of the game. What time is it? It's adventure time. Does anyone truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. What are you talking about? You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Well, that's normal. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do. Like a day job. And now the job's over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. It's adventure time! I mean, I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information that I've really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. there's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. So sad. There it is! There it is! Sorry, I got very hyped over nothing, but like, you know, we got it. Epilogue. Many years later. Boy, you're correct. It's probably millions of years later. Just gonna walk in towards the sun. But yeah, we're back here, guys. It's like a continuation of my favorite ending. I remember the gist of the beginning of this, and that there's like a sandstorm, but I don't remember anything else that happens. You can't burn yourself! And the moon is gone. Never mind, the moon's still there. That doesn't make any sense. Wouldn't the moon be gone in that long of time since... Because, like, I heard that the moon shifts, like, a couple centimeters away from the Earth every year, which isn't that much in a grand scheme of things, but that does mean it's going to eventually leave our orbit in a long time, way after we're dead. Oh, God, it's getting kind of woody, guys. The Krusty Krab pizza. It's the pizza positively. Where's the sun? Where's my son? Oh wait, he doesn't have a son. Where is the stars? Is there civilization out there? Stanley, we must keep going. Well, now the moon's different. What is the stylistic choice going on? I don't understand. Now it's like the size of the moon in GTA. Ah, the sunset. Or sunrise. I can't tell. That might be the sunrise. I could have sworn I saw it rise a little, but that could just be my eyes. We're here. We're here in Elder Ring Crab. Aha! Oh, don't worry. I'll approach this. Oh my god, I love the effects that they're putting with things in the distance. To make it give off like a almost mirage look. The bucket survived after all these years. The escape pod ending. It would have been funny if it actually added more buckets. But wow, that actually paid off. Not only did we get a funny, silly ending that was slightly different from the normal one, but there's a payoff that didn't have to be there, but it's amazing. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I knew that was gonna happen, but I was so excited when I found out that my actions had consequences even here. I don't know if that's gonna change anything here. Maybe, maybe not, but I'm just happy that things are different. Probably compared to other Let's Players, because I'm built different. We got a generator here somehow that's still running after all these years. That's amazing. Holy grail, my boys. Just gonna go in here, you know, it's just a bit of memories, you know? You guys remember anything? I don't remember anything. This is like everywhere at the end of time vibes. I'm gonna have to bump up the brightness, I think, for this part of the video, but that's fine. Won't bump it up by too much, I hope. There we go. Before I read that, okay, that's to continue on. Anything here? I just want to see. I mean, there's cool scenery. I will give it that. Oh, magazine. What magazine? Cat Dog Born. So they weren't just friends, were they? Huh, Mr. Slider Person. Could be Miss. Mrs. I don't know. Slider Person. I got my eye on you. Review with the Stanley Parable 2. Cookie Nine's blog. Uncompromising gaming content. So this guy just disappeared off the face of the earth in 2027. Okay, okay. The Stanley Parable 2. Like so many, I enjoy my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game's teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1? Like the Adventure Line, that's what I'm saying! I wanted another Adventure Line ending, which we kinda got, but hey, listen, the game was great all around anyways. Which is a little bit sad that some things weren't in there, but I'm not the creator, you know? It's not like he was making it to be tailored for me. This is some good entertainment. Anyway, instead we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reply from... Yeah, that's true. He's spitting facts right there at that last point. Oh, never mind. I thought it was going to be me falling, but it wasn't. They worked it in! I've seen this ending in you know, I probably forgot that was there. But I forgot! Okay, the real web. Stanley Parable developers. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise. But a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions. As outlined in a press... those reference to press conference endings. In the press release they published today. It's clear that no more Stanley Parable has not been what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought we had a vision for the series that players could be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. Because they can't handle the truth! The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in a press release. Lowest aggregate review scores in video game success. Get on the green. What is this, golf? You want me to play some golf? I know it's pronounced golf. Golf? Jimmy!
Stanley.
What is this? I'm gonna press these ones because I think I pressed these, but just to make sure. Yeah, I think I pressed them all. Oh, here we are, guys. Now I want them to re-release the game with a Stanley Parable Ultimate Edition, and then have all the content from the first two games, and then have a Stanley Parable 3 gag, and then it will be remade in Unreal Engine. No, I'm kidding. No, you don't need to do that. That would be funny, but I don't think it's worth the effort to deliver that joke. 19 out of 6. How did I get 17? That's my question. How did I get 17? Is that all of them? And this is the infinite hole. It's kind of bonkers when you think about it. We're gonna go right in. Let's go. Wish you could jump. Thank you for enjoying the new content. And you know what's funny is that's like a double thing. One, it's referencing the funny sign in the beginning, but two, it actually is thanking you for real this time. Wait, I didn't look around everywhere yet! Hello again. I'm not going to do that voice. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that it will never be another Stanley Parable game. That's the creator's way of saying, that's it, we're done. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense! The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. We need to keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. I mean, we're getting pretty close considering how long it's been since that skip button stopped working. Let's run this franchise to the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make this mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we're gonna make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the screen's title screen. The game's title screen, whoops. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. The Stanley Parable 3. The story of human condition. The Stanley Parable 3. The story of human condition. It's absurd, I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1. Then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again, with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Let's do it! Because if you say no, you have to go through all that again. Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've been putting faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're gonna keep this... I was gonna say we're gonna keep this man rolling. We're gonna keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever, because the end is never the end, is never the end, is never end, you know? I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. We'll do 11:11. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. I'm going to make it a little bit brighter than the last time. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. And we got the old menu set up. Yo, we got a car? I can't believe it, guys. We're playing the third Stanley Parable game. It's back. All right, anyway, we're going to begin the game. All right. So I don't know if there's anything particularly different now, except for now the achievement machine works. And I will show you that. I'll bring the bucket with me.
Bucket time.
It's bucket time.
Oh, new content?
New
what does that
content?
mean? New content.
Are we gonna be thrown in like the first time? Is anything different gonna happen now that I have the bucket in my hand?
Excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Wait, Stanley. I've just now realized that bucket you're holding. It's the bucket I've been working on for my sequel. How did you get your hands on it? Isn't this the preview to the sequel?
How do you
have
know?
The bucket already. This makes no sense at all.
And he's not
Hold
even
on.
gonna.
Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel? I don't remember doing that at all.
Oh.
You're seeing things all out of order.
It's the lore. Guys, we're getting into the lore. Yeah, we'll jump a few times. And that's my current age at the time that this is recorded / uploaded. I'm gonna feel old, and you guys are probably gonna feel old and different as well when you realize if you ever watch this years into the future.
The infinite hole, the giant door, did you see them already?
Yes!
Stanley, none of them are ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finished. How did they look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they exciting? Did they fulfill
Yeah, you could
the
say
promise
that.
of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be?
Well, Cookie 9
Have I
didn't
figured
agree.
out how the hell to make a sequel to this game?
Cookie 9 didn't seem to agree.
Wait, if you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly.
Yeah, kind of.
Carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win! I
Congratulations.
made a sequel to the Stanley Parable. Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you, clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means
Do I get
am
a sticker?
victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet
gaming.
salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same.
Kinda,
There is
yeah.
no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win. 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 I win.
He's trying not to laugh. Well, at least we did get some different dialogue. So if there's any spots that you saw me skip over, that's because everything was identical at that point.
It's bucket time.
It's bucket time! Alright, we're back here.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
I'm gonna go directly to the bucket first. I want to see if anything happens. Does it check that I have it? I guess not. The game just assumes that I grabbed it from
There
you.
are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me? Ah! Stanley! Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you. Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them.
Wow.
I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
Well, I'm glad that they actually got that part, like, acknowledged. Man, I wanted to have 2 buckets in my hand. I probably could have if I reacted sooner. I just wanted him to finish speaking. I can probably change the balloons
I'll
in
be
here.
honest.
I already have that one, so we'll just go with that.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another
Oh, never
person's
mind.
opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well, someday it is.
It's fine. I'm just changing up the balloons now. I wish you would have acknowledged, like, oh, you already pressed this? How did you do that? Or something, but it's fine. Take me to the free achievement area. There it is. Free achievements. For $4.99, but don't tell anybody. Get yours now.
It's as simple as that.
I got it.
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait. What in the holy hell is going on?
The holy
Got the
hell.
achievement? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched?
I mean, these guys are watching.
God. Composure, composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
I figured out how I'm supposed to do the settings world champion now. So this is going to take a while, so in the meantime, tell me, how was your guys' day? Have you guys been enjoying my content? I mean, it's fine if this is not your favorite thing, because I notice that these videos don't do too well in views, but I still do them, because why not, you know? But also, the main reason why I keep doing these is because, like, I'm close to finishing, I believe, so I might as well just finish. So, I'll see you guys when I'm done. There, we got it. Settings World Champion.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
We've seen them all. Actually, no, I lied. We haven't seen one.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea.
There we go. 19. Age 19 was a big time in my life. Just opens up now.
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well done.
Look at this.
You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So, just for
You did it.
in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting, something called bumpscosity.
Bumpscosity.
What exactly is bumpscosity? Well,
I don't know.
I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
Let's see. It's already set to 100. Oh, we're just gonna set it to 1,000. I don't think it changes anything. You are the champion of setting all the sliders to all the possible numbers. Please enjoy this room. This is your room. It was made just for you. They will never set the setting sliders to every possible... Do I get the trophy? No. It's just for looks. I've basically seen everything now. That's the entire game. I think I finished the game. Now what I can do is just get to the end of this and then just double check to see if I... Oh, wait. What happens if I go to the figurines? What happens? Out of order. You've been here already. The narrator's not gonna comment on that? Okay.
Take a look.
Alright, supposedly this is Stanley Parable 2. How did we get back here? What the hell? How are we back to 2? I mean, I'm cool with that, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna relaunch the game one more time, and see if there's anything else I'm missing. I'm also gonna Google to see if I'm missing any endings. Oh, we're still here, huh? But yeah, let's see what happens to the bucket. But now we have the white
All of his co-workers
balloons.
were gone. Perhaps he had
Oh, it's still
simply
here.
missed a memo.
It's bucket time.
It really is bucket time, though. So there's one more kind of ending that happens,
Stanley clutched
but the
bucket
difference
tightly to
is
his
that
chest.
you don't need the bucket. Whether you have the bucket or not does not change anything. But we do have to go to the mind-controlled facility. So I think it has something to do with this specific button here. You press it once, and you let the game go as normal. Alright, so I think these gates are supposed to open, and that will give me access to the light button over there. But we'll find out what happens. Oh. Yeah. William hides the best secrets. That's the level designer or game designer. Once you go secret, you can't go secret. All right. So I don't think there's anything else that happens. It's just a funny, oh, hey, look, you get to look at something different this time. But yeah, I guess that wraps up the series. So thank you guys for sticking around. Anybody that's been watching all the episodes. If you haven't and you joined in since episode 2, that's completely fine. If you wanted to see the new content, I recommend starting from number 2 if for some reason you started here. If you want to recommend this series to anybody else that's a fan of this game, I recommend starting them on the second one because that's where this new content is. Unless you want them to see the original stuff being relived, that's fine. You can start from episode 1. That's all I got to say about this series, this game, this whole thing. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I'm gonna miss it. If you're interested in seeing more gaming stuff, I will be uploading either sometime this week or next week. I will be uploading another episode of Minecraft Evo. I'm just gonna pronounce it as Evo. But it's basically just a series where I start on an old version of Minecraft, really old, Minecraft Alpha 1.0.4, and I just keep playing the game until I eventually get to modern day, like the modern version of Minecraft. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I will see you guys in the next video that I do. Bye.